nigga died.
Say his king that he was gonna get rid of all spiders, you know, big and small, you know, whatever kind of spider it was, he's getting rid of them. So he's one step closer to making that dream a reality. There you go. And I think now that actually does set up a reverse semi-final bracket there, Ashton, because now Arms is going to be taking on Bad News Barrett. So we'll see how that goes. After that, we got Fandango.
Oh my gosh.
Again, not really much to say here because it's revealed that Rosa Mendez was one of Rose buds, and she distracts Fandango, allowing Adam Rose to hit the party foul.
Done.
And Adam Rose gets the win. I really wish I cared because Adam Rose is so talented. It's just, yeah. After the matchup, Rosa says, I can't believe you chose these people over me. I mean, haven't you seen me on Total Divas? And then she just ends up sucking Adam Rose's face to the point where I'm legitimately concerned because she hasn't pinned down her man. I'm like, what's going on here? But yeah, so Adam Rose and Rosa Mendez are now a thing. So, yeah.
All I could notice in this was that Adam Rose is starting to look more and more like Leo Kruger.
Yeah, didn't we note the same thing though with the whole beating the crap out of the bunny angle, or like always growing the hair out and this and that, and it didn't turn into anything, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up this time.
Yeah.
This is his life now, Ashton. This is his life now.
This is your face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sensitive when it comes to Adam Rose.
Hey. I know, man. You know, normally, I'd probably give a catty retort, but I mean, I understand. Because, I mean, you and I saw Leo Kruger together on NXT and both loved him. Hell, I loved Prince Kruger before Leo Kruger, you know, the crazed hunter kind of thing. It's just Adam Rose, man. And you know what? I still feel like Adam Rose could rule. It's just mishandling from the get-go. Alright, well, you see Renee Young backstage with Brie Bella. She pretty much discusses the state of Daniel Bryan. She says, you know, it's really hard for him. He'd give anything to be here. He loves you guys, you know, friend of the universe. And, you know, it means the world to him that you've been so supportive, and it means the world to me too. And he will be back. And, you know, before she can finish, Naomi comes along and she shoves Brie to the ground. Now, I was hoping for an assault to ensue because Naomi has a bone to pick with Brie, seeing as how she screwed Naomi out of the Divas Championship last night. Not bitter. She then leans over to Brie, like looking down at her and says, nobody cares about you or your husband. And then she walks off. After that, we get Brie Bella versus Naomi. You know, again, I'm digging heel
Zombie
Naomi.
Harold.
I like the theme
I'm scared,
music,
but let me
like
tell you
the,
what isn't.
the attitude.
Two
I
human
don't really
kids
like
escaped
just
by
kind of,
somehow opening their
I don't know if I should really
cage.
be borrowing some things from Sasha Banks, you know, with the shades and everything else. I'm like, I love you, Naomi, but the boss is the boss, and that's sacred ground. But, you know, she's making it work, I guess. Good. Yeah, definitely. I mean, then again, you and I think are fiercely protective of our NXT women because they're amazing. But, you know, Naomi ultimately gets the win. I was looking for, like, you know, like a new kind of heelish impact finisher. No, she gets the win off a unique pinning combination that starts with the cradle, but then she gets in, like, what looks like a regular pin, but you'll notice she has one of the legs kind of hooked, I think, with one of her legs. It was pretty weird, but it was effective. Got the win. So Naomi is still, you know, in the rear view, to say rear view, I guess pun totally intended, I might as well own it, of the Bellas. She's not done with the Divas Championship yet. I hope she gets a rematch at Payback, and she can finally get the win. This way we can prepare for the real feud that I'm looking forward to, Paige versus Naomi this summer. So, that's all I gotta say about that. Anything you want to say about this match, or can I just keep rolling right on through?
Just keep rolling, brother. I will say, though, I love Naomi, and they did a really, really smart thing with her, having her attack Brie Bella, because it was like, we were kind of having that moment where it was almost like on the fringe of kayfabe and reality, and she was talking about Daniel Bryan, who we know is her husband, and
Get your time.
And it was just like this weird moment where it was like, oh crap, this is still the wrestling show. here's my thing. I remember reading a month or two ago that the WWE really knew what they had, and they really loved Dean Ambrose, and they wanted to give him a really big push this summer. So I was thinking, oh hey, what better way to start the Dean Ambrose push, the Summer of Ambrose, than to kick it off with King Ambrose.
Yeah.
And then he loses in round one because of a distraction. He's probably not going to get any credit on his forward and so on.
Yeah, see, I think that's kind of what irks me too, and thank you for bringing that up, because even though he's a babyface and Dolph's a babyface, like, I would not blame Dean for turning heel after this, and, like, beating the crap out of Ziggler. I would. Like, come in and interrupt my match because you can't handle your own beef on your own time? Are you serious? And, you know, King Ambrose would have been awesome. You know, no taxes on ale, everybody would have solved things by street fights. Could have been, Ashton. Could have been. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, you said it.
I think you mean no taxes on Singapore Canes.
Yeah, that too. Oh, man. But,
That seems like the only thing that anyone can relate to Dean Ambrose right now. Like, that's the only thing about his character that kind of stands out as you, is that he's the guy that always goes for the Singapore Canes.
right.
He's in rough shape, man.
Dude, I think you and I could devote an entire video to, like, how we would book Dean Ambrose and how we could really make the Summer of Ambrose a reality, but I don't even have the heart in me to have that discussion now, because it really shouldn't even be that hard. He's one of the most talented guys on the roster, and you just gotta connect the dots. That's all you gotta do. But, speaking of connecting the dots and trying to make things work, this was one of the more intriguing segments of the night for me, because I don't even really know how to feel about it. We get a recap of Summer Rae turning on Damien Sandow in his match against, you know, The Miz last week, where the winner got full rights to The Miz name and everything else. And the way this promo starts, I'm really digging it, Ashton, because there's a sincerity to it, you know what I mean? Like, he's coming out and he says, I'm never gonna lie to the fans, and he goes through his whole story about how he first came out, you know, in a blue bathrobe and said he was gonna enlighten everybody in the whole intellectual savior gimmick. Then he was told to his face that he wasn't entertaining enough, so he goes on this quest that people thought, oh, is he losing his mind? But really, he was just trying to, you know, make that connection. And then he found Mizdow, and he said the best thing to come out of Mizdow was the connection he forged with the WWE Universe. And he thanks them so much for that connection and for bringing him here to the WWE. A small thank you Sandow chant starts, and he responds with, "You're welcome," which gets a nice pop, and I'm loving it, right? Like, this feels like a great moment here for Sandow. But then Curtis Axel interrupts.
And before you move on, I just want to say, this is about the dumbest thing that the WWE could have done. This is the dumbest person that the WWE could have had come out to interrupt Damien Sandow. Why do I say that? Because he's not a freaking heel. He's not somebody that the crowd hates. He's somebody that the crowd loves to hate. There's such a huge difference between those two different kind of states of mind. And Axel is this entertaining, goofy comedy heel who people in smarky cities would cheer for, but the people in the markier, like the casual cities, cheer the boo. But they're not booing him out of anger. They're booing him out of, boo, you're terrible and you lose a lot.
Right. And I think that's...
Then, like, he comes out and Sandow, like, mocks him, and it's like, it almost, like, gets uncomfortable, and, oh, they threw this away.
So you agree with me then that the promo seemed to have such a strong start and a really weak finish? Because I loved where this was going. Like,
does anybody really want to see the intellectual savior Damien Sandow making childish voices at a guy whose gimmick is literally that he's delusional? You might as well be making fun of Eugene, for God's sakes.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the beginning of this promo kind of had that feel of when Ryback was kind of ripping himself open for everybody and talking about his journey, and I love stuff like that, because, like you said, for babyfaces, I think it really helps make that stronger connection with the crowd. But then, it's not even the fact that heel interrupted, it's like you said, it's a comedy heel, and not even really a credible one at that. It's almost oxymoronic. I never really knew a comedy heel that was credible. Now, even though I know he's tied up with something else at the moment, just playing fantasy booking for just a second, imagine if it was a Sheamus that interrupted Sandow, and said, of course you ended up this way because you're a joke and you're pathetic and this and that. Like, I could so get behind a Sandow of this sincerity, just trying to figure out where to go next, and a guy like Sheamus pecking on him. Like, that to me is quality. Now, obviously, they can't, because again, Sheamus is tied up with Ziggler, and I understand that. But you couldn't even get somebody that's like on par with that.
I don't even think Streets of Rage is on Steam, bro.
But like you said, Ashton, Sandow throws it back
fact,
in
no.
Axel's face, like,
I don't think it's on
the shrug
Steam.
thing, and, you know, everything that Axel says, Sandow repeats back to him in a mocking tone, and the 7 minutes with Sandow hitting a boot to the face, and, you know, the Kobito Aki at elbow, and Sandow apparently has a new theme, which you dug. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it again, because I think I do like it too from what I was able to pick up, so that's a good thing. But man, to have a promo of such promise at the start, and you realize that he may be doing, well, probably not even doing anything with Axel, this is probably a one-off thing, but still, really could have set up something for him for payback, and now I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, they had something. They had lightning in a bottle with this super awesome, honest, open promo from Sandow, and within the span of this segment, not even within the span of a week or a day, within the span of this little 15-minute, not even segment, they had lightning in a bottle, and then they let it go.
Exactly, man. I mean, I really couldn't have said it any better myself. No use belaboring the point on this issue. Let's move on. Bray Wyatt cuts a promo on Ryback. He says, you know what happened tonight was just the beginning. Run. So, again, we know that we're getting this match between that payback. Super excited. We go from that to, I believe, our quarterfinal match of the night for the King of the Ring. Neville versus Luke Harper. This was my match of the night. Really good stuff. Neville's high-flying offense, I think, got nice pops in the crowd every single time. And can I just say, regardless of how the King of the Ring tournament shakes out, whether Neville wins or he loses, I just love how they're booking this guy in general. I feel like WWE has done a really great job handling Neville. He's probably one of the best NXT prospects that they've had handled since he's come to the main roster thus far. I do want to emphasize
I think Streets of Rage 2 is on 360. I don't think it's on Steam, but it's on 360. I would suggest getting that one, because 3 is just kind of eh. 2 is really good. Because I know that 361 you can play online.
Harper's a beast himself. I keep saying this guy is such a ridiculous athlete. He nails a half Nelson suplex at one point that just looked beautiful. So that was really cool. I think he got a power bomb at another point. Neville got his deadlift drawn on Harper, which the imagery was great because Harper's such a big dude. Then the match ended. I liked the finish because he got a sunset flip power bomb, and Harper, was kind of set up for the red arrow, and he actually hit it, and he got the 3 count in. You know what? We don't really say it often, so I feel like we kind of really should. We have an obligation to point out when they do good, at least in our eyes. I loved how commentary put over Neville post-match, because they said, this kid's something special. Keep an eye on him. Booker T even said, he picked Neville to win the whole tournament. So, I'm loving it, man. I gotta say, the booking of Neville so far, when you look at the grand scheme of things, not just wins